Hey everyone, welcome back. This video is gonna be like a video I've never done before. I am probably going to fumble it, mess it up, and everything along the way, but I am going to be talking about my Tuesday night. Normally, Tuesday nights are my slowest night of the week. Every night that I work, mostly I do a 5 to 9, sometimes 10, and that's usually with the hours I work. My goal is usually around $100 for the evening, and that's usually what I just goal myself when I actually go out. During this shift, I was multi-apping. I did turn on Uber Eats. I turned on Instacart, because food delivery lately has been rough. It's been slow lately, and I've been using catering apps, I've been using grocery delivery apps, and anything to really make my goal at the end of the day, just because of what's been happening in the food delivery world. So with that being said, I'm here to share my Tuesday night with you guys. I'm gonna go order by order. As you can see, I have my notes with me, so hopefully I don't forget anything. But once again, I'll probably mess up along the way. If you see me squinting, it's because I can't read the screen, and I forgot I do wear the glasses, and I don't have them on. So I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll put them on because I can't see the screen in between them. But anyway, with that being said, let's pull up the first order that I took. Now, this one I actually took at 5:11, and that's exactly when I started my evening. It was a quick McDonald's order, $6.25, 3.4 miles. I get asked a lot, Kim, it looks like you don't take any non-diamond orders, and well, here you go. It's a non-diamond order, 3.4 miles, quick and easy, and it was done. My next order actually came in at 5:29 p.m. It was $13 plus going, and that was my squinting, 5.3 miles. I'm like, what does it say? 5.3 miles. It's a pizza place. Sometimes they're on time, sometimes they're not. But anyway, took a chance, took it. And when everything was said and done, oh wait, I almost forgot. I was in the parking lot of the pizza place ready to go get the order, and I get an alert for deliver that. I just told you I've been doing some catering orders lately, and this order came through. Now, I was actually kind of excited about this one. I was really excited about this one. So the subtotal was a little under $400. The base pay was $10, and the tip was $60. So it was going to be a $70 catering order scheduled for the next day. I believe it was like 11 or 10 or 11:15 in the morning. So yeah, I took this order because I'm like, $70, here I come for the next day. I love that I'm able to schedule for the next day, so I really know how to plan out my day. So moving on, I did pick up the pizza, and this one actually shocked me. And I hope you guys are ready for this and you're as shocked as I was. Came out to be $27.75. It was a $25 tip. And this one actually came in, I should say, was delivered at 6:06, and you can see it all the way up top in the corner if you're looking for the timestamp. I made sure that I purposely left them in the slides, and this is actually the really important part. So I'm thinking, okay, $34, 2 orders, I'm off to a really good start for a Tuesday. Now, at the point of this video, guys, help a girl out and make sure you're giving this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure that that alert is turned on as well. Okay, so this is the important part. So, dropped off at 6:06. I was pulling out of the driveway, and at 6:07, I get a catering bag required order for $15.25. Now, I have not been seeing a lot of catering bag required orders, so this actually had me intrigued. I'm like, ooh, this is actually exciting. And it was going back to the pizza place I just picked up from. And it was actually going 6 miles. This one paid out $27.74. Now this time I'm like an hour and a half into my shift and I'm at $61.74. I'm like, oh, hello Tuesday. What's going on here, DoorDash? Now, also, just a reminder, I did have that $70 deliver that order and scheduled for the next day, and now I'm at $61.74. Yeah, and I had Uber Eats on the entire time. Yeah, the orders weren't worth me even thinking about taking. And Instacart, yeah, nothing was popping up on my screen, and the very few that were popping up on my screen, yeah, no, sorry Instacart, not happening. So, we're moving on. The next order after that came in at 6:46. Now I had to wait about 5 minutes for this order to come in. Regular diamond. I'm thinking, okay, my luck might be running out, or maybe it's just beginning, who knows. But it was going 1.4 miles. The restaurant I'm picking up from, pretty easy restaurant. So, okay, I ended up taking it. And drop off, it was $7.75. Now, I want to show you guys this. This was the house I dropped off to because I thought it was pretty darn cute. They were all decorated for Halloween, and I actually really loved that clown that was actually in the pictures. I just thought I would actually put it in there and go with it. So the next order came in. It came in at 7:07 p.m. I really do need to start wearing these glasses. Anyway, $18.75 plus, going 7.8 miles. Catering bag required. I didn't have to wait. It was ready, and then it actually got dropped off, and it ended up being $29.41. Now it is 7:34 at night, and I'm at $98.90. Only $1.10 away from my nightly goal. So I'm thinking to myself, do I go home since I'm really close to my goal? I'm like, nope. I always work until 9, almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna, keep on going, even though it is quite tempting. I'm not gonna lie. So this one was dropped off at 7:34. Now this one, I actually had to wait until 8:07. So we're talking about a half hour before the next order came in. Now, also a reminder, I did have on Uber Eats, I did have on Instacart, and finally this order came in, $7.50, going 3.7 miles, only 2 items. It was 2 boxes of cough syrup. It was an ID required order. The customer had it ready, dropped it off, and I don't have the screenshot because it stayed the $7.50, so I don't have the timestamp of the drop-off time for this one. The next order, because I was actually heading back, because if you see this one, it's Uber Eats. It was taken at 8:48. Now this is the really important part of this order. 8:48, and I took it because it says it was going to take me 20 minutes to complete 3.3 miles, and it was Wendy's. Now what you don't know is that DoorDash was doing a $3.50 peak pay at 9 o'clock. So if I got this order done pretty quickly, it would end roughly around the same time that peak pay was starting on DoorDash. Now I know how some of us, including myself, feel about peak pays and whether we would actually get an order, but you know what? It was worth keeping DoorDash on to see if I did. Anyway, so got this order done in about 15 minutes because Wendy's was ready and the people were super nice at drop off. About 8:48, My next order was a McDonald's order, and this is the first order I did on the Peak Pay. $10.25 plus. I actually did get an order, and it was 1.7 miles away. I'm like, hello, McDonald's. Picked it up, and I actually got it dropped off. Now, this order actually shocked me because it ended up being $12.25. And let me remind you, and you don't know this, and you can actually see this is the very first order because Peak Pay is on the list below, or above, I should say. Anyway, $12.25, Peak Pay $3.50. Oh, what I didn't show you was it was one glass of Coke, or a large thing of Coke. It was a McFlurry, and it was a burger, and it was $12.25. And I said, thank you very much. Now, this order ended at $9.24. Now, as you can see, I'm at $118.65, plus the $11 I just did on Uber Eats, and I have the $70 catering order scheduled for the next day. I'm thinking maybe it's time to really go home because I did a pretty darn good night. If I do, I'll pat myself in the back a little bit for this one. Granted, probably some of it was luck. I'll call it DoorDash luck. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to start heading towards home. I'm going to keep everything on just to see. I'm one of those drivers. I like to keep things on until like I'm almost in my driveway. Well, this is the next order that came in. $25. This is the kicker. It was 31 items. So you guys are going to have to let me know. And this came in at 9:35 p.m. Would you have taken this order? Leave it in the comments. I'm just curious. Now, you can see on the bottom, 12 seconds left when I took a screenshot of this order because I'm like, do I go home? Do I feel like shopping for 31 items? And I'm like, it's $25. How can I give up $25? So if you guessed it right, I accepted it for 31 items, even though I'm like, but it's Walgreens. It's Walgreens, right? There's not that many aisles. How bad could it really be? Now, this is where I wish DoorDash would actually show this information off the offer screen because I think a lot of us would be making better decisions on Shop and Pays. So this order was only 9 items. 9. All of them were multiples except for 2 items. I think the Mike and Ike's was 1 item and candy corn was 1 item. Everything else was cat food and cat litter. This was probably one of the easiest shops for 31 items I've ever done for $25. It was 5, the first one was 5 cases of Fresh Step, which was the kitty litter, and then you can kind of see on the screen exactly what was on this order. And I think there was 5 packs of Jelly Belly jelly beans. Someone was had a sweet tooth. I love actually this next screen because I got it delivered, and this is, first of all, they wanted it shopped by 9:59 p.m. and that would have been like 25 minutes to shop this. I'm like, 25 minutes? This is not going to take me 25 minutes to complete. And I delivered it. I delivered it at 10:11. So if we go back, just going to go back to, I took it at 9:35 is when I actually took it, and it ended up at 10:11. So 35 minutes to complete, if I did my math correctly. The whole entire shop took me 11 minutes to complete. That's how easy of a shop this was. So the reason why I'm putting this up and I'm spending some time on this is because I've been doing a lot of Shop and Pays lately. I don't want anybody to discount Shop and Pays when you see the items, because then you can go and you can look at the items after you accept the order. That's the downfall. But a lot of these orders have multiple amounts of items, which makes your shop easier. And this one was all in the same order. So for a little over a half hour, maybe a half hour, I did $25. And that was my last order of the evening. After this, I'm like, I'm going home. I'm shutting DoorDash off. I'm done. It's time to be home with my family, even though my family was already in bed, daughter's in bed, husband's in bed, but I was still up working. With that being said, my total for the night, and I'm going to remind everybody, was $143.65 just on DoorDash for 3 hours and 12 minutes. And that's active time. I believe dash time was 5 hours, I believe. So for Tuesday night, so that's just DoorDash. Don't forget, I had the $11 order on Uber Eats. Oh, I'm going to be a broken record. You can't forget about the $70 deliver that order I have scheduled for the next day. And guys, that was my Tuesday night. So hopefully you guys liked my orders and the information I was giving you on how my Tuesday night went. It wasn't a typical Tuesday night. Usually my nights on Tuesdays are just dead for some reason. You know what? I'm not going to complain. I loved it. So guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see everyone in the next video. If you're driving, please stay safe. Remember, kindness is always free. I love you guys, and I'll see you next video. Peace out. If you liked this video and want to see others like it, go ahead and check this out right here. New to my channel? Don't forget to subscribe, and everyone, leave me a comment.